The Naked Gun, 2025 reboot starring Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson with no makeup,
Rob Anderson.
Busta Rhymes.
and Busta Rhymes. Wow, Busta Rhymes. I mean, if we're naming everyone who's in the movie, there's a lot of people. Yeah. Liam Neeson takes the role of Frank Drebin Jr., which originally was played by Leslie Nielsen. This movie is dumb, but it's meant to be. It's just nonstop. This movie does not go 5 minutes without making jokes, without just adding some humor somewhere. It's just nonstop.
It's kind of like the original Naked Gun.
This one's nonstop. And Liam Neeson's delivery still being deadpan, and he's not goofy. He's doing goofy things, but he's acting serious most of the time.
Yeah.
Like Leslie Nielsen did.
Yeah, there's moments like through the movie where you think it's an actual action movie, and then it's like, wait a minute, oh wait, it's not. It just throws you off.
He's a straight man the whole movie.
Look, for 90 minutes, let's just say 90 minutes. For 90 minutes that you're watching the movie, it's just nonstop. It's joke after joke after joke. Not all of them are great jokes, but some of them are pretty funny.
There's some humor in that.
Oh, I got into when he got suspended and they went into camping. And then they found a book and they did the seance.
And the snowman.
Kind of dug that. Kind of dug it.
Yeah. The thing about this movie is the whole plot is the same plot as The Kingsman, the first Kingsman.
Yeah.
As soon as it happened, I was like, oh, they're doing the Kingsman plot.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, almost to a T, it was like the same Kingsman plot. There's a device that makes people get angry and fight each other to the death, and then all the rich people go to a bunker. But this time they have Weird Al.
No SLJ.
No, again.
Oh, you mean Sam Jackson?
Yeah. But this movie, like I said, it's nonstop jokes. It's nonstop. One joke after another, after another.
Every third line.
Yeah, and again, not all of them land, but it is pretty funny. It is pretty well done. They kept the heart of the Naked Gun of the originals. They kept the same feel.
Maybe the same feel, but I don't think the same heart.
It felt familiar. It did feel old school though. Like for some reason, like watching this movie felt like watching an old school comedy. But also, it made me feel like I was watching a parody movie.
A parody of the Naked Gun?
Yeah. Like a little bit like that. Whereas the Naked Gun technically didn't feel like a parody movie, right? It didn't feel like a parody. It was just a slapstick comedy.
No, it was a parody of cop shows because it was a show.
No, I know, but it didn't feel like it. I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't feel like it was a parody. It felt like its own thing. This feels like it's similar to like what they were doing with Scary Movie back in the day. What they were doing with those kinds of movies. You're still telling a story. You're still telling a story, but it's like gag after gag after gag after gag. But if I'm telling you, it felt old school.
It felt like if MacGruber was constantly doing slappies. Okay, like every third line in a MacGruber movie was a joke. It didn't take it so seriously. That's what this was, and I loved it for it. I love the fact that it did that, because the worst thing you can do with this movie is take it too seriously.
Well, yeah, but that's the original Naked Gun too.
Yeah, but it doesn't take it too seriously. Where like it's not like it's the fate of the world is in your hands, and then it has like a dramatic moment. No, it's just okay. It just does this thing. No, I'm doing my job. I'm the cop. Makes fun of. It's the original Naked Guns. More than anything, make fun of the Dragnet feel. And old Dragnet was just. It's like this cop, a serious cop. He's really a cop, but he's like Mr. Magoo. No matter what, at some point, shit works out.
Leslie Nielsen played Mr. Magoo.
Yeah,
in a different movie.
Yeah.
So it's just that's the thing, and that's why it works in this movie. It still works. Yeah, it just it's just the slappy slappies was just
It. I
happened.
think it has some humor, but I think it was a movie that didn't need to be made. You can't. It doesn't compare to the originals.
It's a good try
mean,
though.
It's definitely a good try. I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't go in there and I wasn't laughing. I was laughing on how on some of the parts on how dumb it was, but it was just one of the things for me also is that I feel like they should not have spoiled so much in the trailers. Like in
Yeah.
all the different trailers, they spoiled a lot of the jokes.
Like
There's still a lot of jokes.
the chili dog
but-
scene.
Yeah, there's still a lot of jokes, but a lot of them were spoiled in trailers and commercials and stuff like that. And now they're spoiling
Yeah.
even more in the new commercials.
Yeah, but that's. It was mostly the funny stuff. I think it was to try to get people in, but a lot of the times I was just sitting there and I was not laughing. Like good stretches of I was like, no, this is ridiculous.
First of all,
It's not even funny.
You need to stop stretching in movies. So you just enjoy them. Sit down and watch them. There's a beverage.
I was trying, but it was not at moments enjoyable.
Really? I thought for
No.
the 90 minutes 90 minutes or less that you're in this movie theater that I was sitting there watching this movie, I was laughing, not like
Not
knee
slap my
slapping
knee.
and I'm like not cracking up
No.
and like tearing up like I've done in other
No.
like old comedies. But there's chuckles that I've had like just because like this is so stupid. This is just so stupid, and that's the thing. This movie, like Liam Neeson,
Yeah, chuckles.
committed
Yeah,
to,
not laughing.
that's the thing. Liam Neeson committed to not taking like being serious, but also not being serious in this movie. Like you could tell he was having fun.
He
this
did a
part.
great job. So
Yeah,
did
and
Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson like doing the scat scene caught me off
Mhm.
Yeah,
guard.
the Yoko impression.
Yeah.
God, it was
This-
horrible.
This guy, Paul Walter Hauser, like that, he was pretty good in the movie.
He
The
was
bad
kinda
guy,
in the movie.
Danny Houston, the bad guy, was pretty good in this movie. It was all. I don't think it was a horrible movie. I thought it was funny at times. One of the observations that we took our mom to see it, right? Because she wanted to see this movie. One of the observations that we noticed is that older people were laughing more. But she was like, it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. Right? She's like, it was funny, but it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. But the people behind us, like the people in their mid 40s, late 30s, were cracking up because they got all the jokes. Because all the jokes were tailored to like a certain age demographic, technically. Like
Kind of. I mean, that
Black Eyed
I
Peas
think-
jokes. Like you make a Black Eyed Peas joke, and like you do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Apple the App and Will I Am, Taboo,
Yeah, they make a lot of
Fergie,
those jokes.
the Duchess.
Yeah, they make those jokes. So, yeah, that was just one of the observations that was made, and we were like, oh, it does make sense. Like there was a certain group of people that were really, really laughing, and if you go through the critics, the critics that have watched this movie, pretty much that same demographic is the demographic that found this movie extremely hilarious, saying this movie was the funniest movie of the decade.
Well,
No.
I think the
Say no.
I think
Out of control.
I think it works because it's not the joke's not too young. Like it's not based on too many young stuff. Like, you're not gonna hear Riz, or you're not gonna see some random artist who was brand new.
Yeah,
no one really knows.
But a 20-year-old's not gonna know the joke about TiVo and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
By the way, yeah, look at you. You kind of like giggling, remembering that. That was stupid. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You know
No,
that-
I'm saying there were some chuckles, but there were a few times where it was just a long stretch and there was nothing funny. Even though it was trying to be funny, I didn't find
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
funny.
It was hit and miss because it was just a lot of jokes. It's nonstop jokes, which I didn't mind. I didn't mind that they didn't even take a break from taking jokes
Well,
or
we're the
making jokes in the
demographic.
movie.
We are the demographic for it. Take the youth of a nation. Okay. But
Yeah,
it's
no.
so it
This-
works for us because it's our times, our slappies. So it's like
Oh, okay.
I
I think this movie was a miss.
I thought it was okay.
It was a miss. They tried.
So
but
so we're all mixed in review of this movie. I didn't think it was horrible, but I didn't think it was what everyone was saying is the greatest comedy
Oh, no.
they've seen in
No.
the last 10 years.
no.
no. We can agree it's not.
Yeah, I can agree that it's
we-
not that, but I can also agree
a-
that it wasn't a horrible movie. It had its moments, it had its jokes that worked. There's some of it that worked,
I think the beginning was the best part.
but they spoiled all of that
Yeah.
in the
Mhm.
trailer. All of that was spoiled in the trailer.
Yeah.
The
One
whole
thing I did mention is because we watched the movie together that I really wanted them to do that, the police car, opening, like after the initial bank scene, do that opening with the car.
Mm.
And they didn't do it. And I was a little annoyed by it, but I got over it throughout the movie. And then they put it at the very end in the credits. I was like, dumb. You just replaying what already existed.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
just reused the same clips. Made the
Okay.
new
Yeah.
one, they didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it would have been nice. Do an electric car doing that. And like, oh, I can't hear shit. What's going on?
Mm.
They did put was it Priscilla Presley? She's in the movie.
The cameo.
Technically, she's supposed to be his
mom.
They don't mention anything like that.
Mhm.
Hey,
They just kind of show her on the screen.
is she still alive?
Yeah,
Word?
but yeah, no. I think this movie overall again, it's okay. It wasn't, in my opinion. I didn't think it was horrible. I think 50% of the jokes land. 50%. So that's what I would say. That's the number that I would say.
Yeah.
It's not the funniest movie of the year. It's not the funniest movie of the decade or in a long time. There's
longer
other funny
jokes.
movies that are.
Or the month.
Yeah.
The longer jokes didn't land. Like the whole owl thing. There's a weird throwback from what you mentioned before. I was
But
like,
also, I don't think this movie translates to other countries well. This movie is specific for like the US. I don't think this movie would make any money overseas because of the jokes. There's jokes specific to us. Again, I'll go back to the Black Eyed Peas joke, right? That joke I don't think would land in if you watch it in Latin America or if you watch it in any other country. I don't think that joke would land.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make that same joke, but instead of Black Eyed Peas, you use Menudo. There you go, done.
I don't think a lot of the jokes would land in other countries. I think this movie was made for the audience. The audience is the U.S. right? It's for the U.S. audience, and
Mhm.
yeah,
Not for
I
me.
think- yeah, I don't think this is a universal. I don't think this is a universal universally. You could watch this universal and everyone would get the jokes. I think that's a big problem. When you want to make comedy, you want to make a comedy that is universal, that anyone can understand, anyone can laugh at, right? And I think that's one of the things that they failed at here. But I think ultimately, for the market that it's in now, I think it'll make its money. And I will say that the actors did a great job. Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson,
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista, Paul Walter Hauser, Kevin Durant, Danny Houston, all these guys, right? They all did a really good job. Like, it is goofy, it is dumb, but dumb in that way where it's like, that's what they were trying to make. Let's make a dumb comedy. Let's just try to make it as fun as possible. Liam Neeson, I think, really does a great job at that. Like, he and comedy really work well. I think he knows how to deliver it and still keep it serious and still make it feel like he's in a different movie at certain points.
Only thing missing was the fart machine.
Mhm. It was in the
Those are-
trailer.
yeah, it's in the interviews. But if you guys saw The Naked Gun,
Sorry.
did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And on that note, this has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
Nana.
We'll see you guys next time.
I would find you. No.